Facebook. How are you tonight, friends? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hope it's a good evening. It is, what day is it, Skylar?
It's Monday, so it would be the
March 30th?
10th, I think.
The 10th episode. Nice job.
Oh, 10th episode.
No, she's keeping track of
Yeah.
episodes. Thank you. Yes, thank you. It's the 10th episode of Randy's Damn Facebook Live. So we're coming to you every evening for about 30 or 40 minutes, and I'm doing a little singing, I'm talking a little bit about some of my music, doing a little story behind the song kind of thing, and then every evening we're checking in with someone from who knows where, to sort of see how people are doing. It's really, I've been saying selfishly, a way for me to check in with the people that I love, to make sure they're doing okay, and to kind of get information from different parts of the country. We've had so many people logging on this week. It's been insane, lots of shares. We appreciate it. We're really just doing this as a way to reach out and have some sort of a community during this really crazy time. So I have an incredible crew here, top-notch team. I have my cameraman, who is my wonderful husband, Andrew McGinnis. Yep, there he is. And an amazing audience of one, and that would be Skylar McGinnis. Yeah. Hi, Sky. How you doing today?
Good.
Good. Skylar's sporting a t-shirt today, too. So here's the t-shirt thing.
So this is my old school, Peterson Elementary. It is in Huntington Beach. And what grade was it? Kindergarten.
Yep.
And this is the back of it.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, yeah, nice. Very nice.
So great that you're modeling this for us tonight. Awesome. So the idea was that every evening I would sort of wear a t-shirt or something to sort of support a cause or to do a little shout out to something. So this is my awesome Birdland t-shirt tonight, which I thought was kind of fitting. Birdland is an amazing, famous jazz club and so much more. It's a music venue in New York City. And it hosts lots of my friends doing lots of amazing shows there. I'm sure you know it or know of it. It's legendary. And so I'm doing a big shout out to New York and New Jersey tonight, like I always do, because that's where I'm originally from, and missing those peeps over there. Now this is so high tech. We've got computers up, cameras, lights, no cameras, iPhone. But we are checking in right now to see, let me see, I gotta refresh this. This is fancy, schmancy. To see if anyone's saying hello. So let's see who's here. Seth, I'm glad you're on with us tonight. I'm going to sing one of the songs you wanted me to sing at your house concert. So yippee, yippee. Hi, Donna. Hi, Louisa. Hi, Wendy. I love the waving, like the big hand. Woo! It's like jazz hands. Woo! So this is what we do. I tell you a little bit about my day. So here's my day. We did some school. I was told you're not supposed to call it homeschooling anymore. It's home learning. So we did our home learning, right? And that was fun. Yeah, it was good. It's home learning. Did you learn?
Yes.
Were you learned? It is homeschooling, because the school is my kitchen table, right? So we did that. I also did something that I want to talk to you about quickly. I like to sort of Pinterest up my home. I like to sort of decorate for different seasons. It's kind of my thing. And one of the things I do is I take out my Nana's old like china, and I decorate Easter colors all over the dining room. And so I was thinking this year I wasn't going to do that. I just wasn't feeling it. I was like, there's no one that would be coming over for what we would normally do, which would be like an Easter egg hunt. I was like, our friends from California, Vanessa, Matt, and Claire and Jakey, aren't going to be able to come. So I was like, this might be a waste of time. But then I thought about it last night, and I said, I think it would be great to really do this, because it would make me happy, and it feels normal to me, and it brings me joy to see spring colors. So I did that today. I put all the Easter colors in the cabinet, and all the little bunnies from 40, like all the things that Nana had, all the tchotchkes. I put them up, made me feel good, and spring has sprung in our little neck of the woods here in Nashville, Tennessee. So that's what I did, and then I also recorded a video that I'm going to post this evening privately for my voice students. So I've been missing my students, and I'm only able to see some of them virtually. I teach piano and voice and songwriting out of my home here in Nashville. And it's been hard because I haven't really been able to check in with all of them for lots of different reasons. Scheduling is difficult. It's different to sort of do this over the internet. But piano works really well. Voice is a little different because there's a delay sometimes when trying to, did you see that? Woo! Special effects. Woo! No. There's a delay sometimes over the internet for voice, so you record things ahead of time. So I thought it would be fun to just record some free warm-ups for my voice students, and I did that today, lesson 1, and I'm putting it online tonight so that people can sort of check that out. So that's what we did. We also do silly things. We talk about what we're having for dinner and what we're drinking. I asked people for questions, and one of the things people wanted to know is, what are you drinking? Which I don't know what that says about them or what that says about me. But today I'm drinking water out of my Randi Driscoll mason jar. Ooh, look at that. I know, I have a few of these. They're fun though, right? They're super fun. So that's what I'm drinking. And dinner is going to be, so the thing now that you probably know is that in a lot of grocery stores you can't get everything. And I want to preface this by saying that we realize that we're really lucky to be locked down, or I guess Tennessee just got a stay-at-home order? Executive order? Stay inside.
Stay safe at home.
Stay safe at home. It's different verbiage.
Not mandatory, it's just advisory.
Right. It just came through on my phone right before we went live. And we understand that it's amazing that we have the luxury of a roof over our head and that we can be here having dinner with our family. We know that so many people, essential workers, obviously the people in the medical professions, obviously people that are delivering things and grocery stores and all of the people that are deemed essential right now don't have the luxury of just kind of hanging out and home schooling and eating a nice dinner. And we appreciate all of them being out there risking, honestly, their lives so that we can just be sort of hunkered down doing the right thing here at home. So I just want to always do a shout out for that we know that we're really blessed to be here in this moment with y'all. So anyway, tonight is going to be we found some fish, so we found some salmon. We just found it out in the...
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. We just found it.
No. We got salmon, we're having salmon, broccoli. That's right, you have to sing broccoli, chop in broccoli. Oh. I know, right?
Dana.
Yes, broccoli and rice or something. So there you go. So that's what I'm drinking. Shout out to Abby's mom, who is home from rehab. Yes, people throw things up here that they want me to say to people. So I don't know, I'm just connecting you via the internet as best I can. Okay, quickly. I'm going to sing a little something for you. I want to share this on my music page. Everyone tells me to do this and I never remember to do it. If you'd like, I would love for you to go over to my music page and like it, because I think eventually we're going to start doing this over on my music page. We might also do this at YouTube. And I don't know, you're just coughing. It's like he's trying to tell me something, but I don't know what it is. What you trying to tell me? Trying to tell me? What you trying to tell me? We have a guest. We have a guest already. Okay. Well, I'm ready for him. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's
Got it. Oh, you didn't answer.
You
didn't answer it in time.
What happens? There was a knock on the door, but I didn't hear it. There was a knock.
Well, I think we had our speaker turned on.
Oh, well,
that was the problem.
The speaker was turned off. Technical difficulties. Should we get our guest back? Tell our guest to come back.
All right, I'll tell him.
It's social distancing. See, let me let you in on this secret. Here's the secret. No one can come to the house. No one knocks on the door. They just sort of do this. And look, we've got someone. Very exciting! Who's here? Who's here? Who's with us? Look who's here!
Who is it?
It's you! Hi, you! It's so happy to see you. Let me introduce you to my friends, because I just assume that everybody knows everyone that calls in, but that might not be the case. Sabrina or Lorraine might not know who you are, so I'm gonna let Lorraine know who you are. Okay, these are the people. They're all the people. This is Jim Caruso.
Yeah. Who's on there?
Okay, let me see if there's anyone you know. Right now is Lorraine and Abby and Julia. Hi, Julia McGinnis and Deb. I know Skylar's so happy. And Deb. I mean, there are people. They're flooding in. This is my friend, the wonderful and amazing Jim Caruso, who is phoning us this evening from New York. Jim, it's so amazing that you have a Monday evening free to spend with us, which is, I mean, who'd have thunk, right? I'm going to explain that in 1 second.
Only person that we know who actually has a job on Monday.
Yeah, no, and a really good one too. Jim is a Broadway performer. So this is what happens when these are my friends and they call in and we do this thing and you get to learn about them and it makes me feel better. I'm selfish, but every night before they call in, I sort of kind of check their bio. I didn't know the whole Grammy-nominated part. That was news to me. Jim is super humble, so he's not going to tell you.
Well, it's not my Grammy.
Yes, but you were involved. involved with it. So I'm like 6 degrees of a Grammy. I'll take it. I mean, I'm telling you. So Jim is a Broadway performer. He's performed with Liza. He has MAC Awards. I know him from leading the incredibly successful cast party in New York City, which normally happens on a Monday evening in New York. Jim has been the host of this amazing open mic, which I'm going to let him tell you about. But how many years now has that been running?
We started doing Cast Party about, I'm just realizing I have the video on and I'm hearing you on there too. So I'm going to turn you off.
Turn me off.
Turn me off.
As I've done so many times. Hold on. I'm going away. Okay, because I didn't need to hear both.
Oh, okay. It's too much me.
Cast Party has been happening every single Monday for 17 and a half years.
Amazing.
Which I cannot believe.
Amazing.
It's essentially an open mic night. But because it's at Birdland here in New York City,
yes.
The quality of the music has been just extraordinary. The celebrities, the up-and-comers, the Broadway kids, the jazzers, the pop singers, you never know. And also the crazy people who should really never be allowed in front of a microphone.
But you let them. That's what's so amazing.
We do love them.
I was introducing you tonight, and I was saying that you are a generous host, and I absolutely mean that. So Jim and his incredible band that plays with him, they're incredibly talented, but you really perform only 1 or 2 songs a night. I mean, it's essentially a 4-hour show just about. And he starts it off and then he just turns it over to anyone. And we mean anyone. And we've seen more amazing things there. It's also, there are a lot of people that have probably never, I know for a fact people in Nashville who have never even been to New York. So there are definitely people who have never been to Cast Party. Not only will you discover sort of what I like to call the diamond in the rough, like that person that gets up and you have no idea what they're going to sing or what they're going to sound like. So that's always like goosebumpy, But then also celebrities show up. They just sort of pop up out of nowhere and like, oh, look who's here. And it's unbelievable. It's a thrill for everyone. It's a thrill for the performers. It's a thrill for the audience. I've gone several times to perform.
It's a thrill for me.
But I've gone several times to perform, but several times just to watch it, just to be a part of it because it's so cool. And we decided, Jim and I spoke for a tiny, tiny bit. We decided we want to keep this really light. We had sort of a heavy Facebook Live last night. Lots going on. But I have been asking my friends to just kind of let us know where they're calling in from. And I think it's important to let the viewers know how are things where you're calling in from. And that's New York. Are you right in the city where you're calling in from?
Yeah, I live on the Upper West Side.
Yes.
I live on West 72nd Street. So I've really stayed in. They're saying, stay in. So I've done what they've told me to do. Except after 4 days of my apartment, I had to get out today. So I met a friend in the park, in Central Park, and we walked, we said we walked a Tommy Tune distance from each other. That's hilarious if you know the Broadway scene. 6 feet 6 from each other. We got a coffee. And we walked in the park. It was so nice to be outside. Yeah. It's still cool out and kind of semi-rainy, so it's not the best weather. But it's so weird. I have to tell you, it is just so weird to walk through Central Park the day and see, there were definitely people out skating and walking their dog and jogging and stuff, but it's few and far between. It's very strange. No cars.
Yeah, it's quiet too. That's what I've heard from my friends and family that are still
really
out there.
Quiet.
And that's just eerie. The noise of the city is actually like the soundtrack of the city. So to have it be quiet when you're outside, very little noise, and you can make out sounds that normally you couldn't. I'm sure that's got to be off-putting. And a little bit scary. And so Jim is a tremendous part and support of the Broadway community. And we've had a visit from some people in New York. Like Natalie Douglas was here the other night. She's beautiful. We checked in with her. Just tell me a little bit briefly of how it's affecting the Broadway community and what you've heard from your many, many friends. I know it's devastating, but
devastating.
Yeah.
All the Broadway shows closed 2 weeks ago. Birdland, where I've been working nonstop for the past 18 years, closed for the moment. This is all for the moment.
Right.
because we're obviously not allowed to, nor do we really want to be around a lot of people.
Right.
So everything is closed. Every bar, every restaurant, every venue, every theater. So, these Broadway shows, some of them are wicked. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Right, we'll come
but
back.
These
right.
up-and-coming shows that have just opened or that were just about to open.
Yes, it's heartbreaking.
I mean, producers can only... They can only go for so long.
Right.
Renting the theater, they can't pay the performers
Yes.
or the crew
Yes.
or the theater staff. Everybody's out of work.
Everyone's out
So
of work.
I was actually lucky enough to be part of a fundraiser 2 weeks ago that Rosie O'Donnell did online for the Actors Fund.
Yes,
which
yes.
incredible. My friend Eric Bergen, you know Eric Bergen.
I do know Eric. Yes, love Eric.
He's on a TV show called Madam Secretary and was in the Jersey Boys movie and stuff. He called me about 2.5 weeks ago and he said, I think Rosie O'Donnell should bring back the Rosie O'Donnell show for one night only and make it be a benefit
Amazing.
Online for the Actors Fund. And
Amazing.
I said, okay, you do that. He actually did that.
That happened.
So he produced
Yeah, amazing.
50 stars, 50 enormous Broadway
Yes,
and
super
TV
successful.
and movie stars. And they raised about $600,000 the last I looked, for the Actors Fund, which
Amazing.
supports not just actors, ushers, producers, writers, writers, anybody involved in the business.
That makes it happen. The people that make it happen, not just on
And
stage,
by,
behind.
all over the country,
Yeah.
not just New York.
That's amazing.
So obviously their coffers are going to be just depleted when this is all over, because they will help you pay your health insurance. They will help you pay your rent. They will... the Actors Fund is such an incredible organization. So it was great to work on that. And I booked some celebrities and I wrote some introductions.
Awesome.
So, whatever you can do.
Yeah.
You do like we all do.
You're just, everyone is just doing whatever they can do. And that's why your head is on a computer on a music stand in my music loft on a Monday when you would normally be gracing the stage at Birdland. Yeah.
That's correct.
We're just doing what we can do. That's one of the things that everyone's been, thrilled about is that people are thinking outside the box. Celebrities are stepping up. They're finding ways to help. They're really trying to reach out, not only by sharing the arts, right, which is so crucial at this time and critical, because it's something everyone can sort of, tap into and maybe lift you up or use as some sort of like therapy, but also that people are supporting the arts, very aware that musicians and these gig workers are out of work. Indefinitely is what's so frightening about it.
The thing is, nobody knows how long this is
Right.
going to last. Are we out of work for a month, 2 months,
Right.
10 months?
Right.
We don't know.
That's what's
But
scary.
someone like Rosie, in the middle of this thing, just decided to donate $100,000.
I love that.
There were things like that went on. And Ralph Lauren just donated, is it $10 million?
Amazing.
10
Woo!
million to,
Woo!
yeah, hello.
Good.
Not to the Actors Fund, but to something people are finding their generosity,
Yes.
which is really wonderful.
And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. So I wore my Birdland t-shirt tonight in honor of Cass
You
Party.
did? I didn't even see it. Let me
I
see.
didn't know. It's kind of, I don't know if you can, I don't know how to, maybe, I don't know if you can see it. You can maybe see it later. See it in post.
Okay, fine.
Andrew's really stuck on his two-shot here. My cameraman is very serious about how he directs each episode, so. But yeah, that's the thing. Here's what I really want to say that's annoying. Is that I've spent, 7 days trying to find my original Cass Party t-shirt. Because I have the original one, the white one with the red. I think
With
that's
the
the
red
first.
ring
Yes,
on it?
I think it's the first one. And I think I have a red wine stain on it and a coffee stain on it. But I know I saved it
Brilliant.
because it matches my VIP card. And I thought, okay, this is going to be a thing, right? So I looked everywhere, so this is what I had. I had Birdland. But so do me a favor. You always make me feel better every time we're in your presence, and this is truth. And I'm not just saying that because he's here on my screen.
Although, what are you gonna say?
He makes me feel better. I love watching your act. I love watching you host. I love watching you perform. Can you give me like something to make me feel a little better? It's been really heavy. The news is not great. You know, we had a therapist on Tuesday that pretty much told us turn off the news. I mean, maybe check in once in the morning.
I've turned off the news.
Yeah.
And I've been a news junkie for the past.
Me too. I know you have.
Years.
Me too.
All day, nonstop. CNN or MSNBC is on my TV. But I finally, last week, turned it off.
Yeah.
And I've just been watching West Wing,
Yes.
which seems like a Disney movie comparatively.
Yes.
I can't.
Yeah.
You just can't. At
No.
some point, you have to take care of your health and turn it off.
I think so too. And so, so she came on and told us to do that. And so I feel like tonight we need a little something. So could you make me feel like I'm maybe at Birdland for like just maybe 30 seconds or something, and give me a little something to put me in that space, and I'm gonna use it. I'm basically
Okay.
asking you to make me feel better right now.
Oh, crap. What would that be?
Anything really.
I'm thinking. You told me we might do this, and I didn't think about it.
Well, it's live. It's so much more exciting.
I know. Okay, I'm going to sing a song.
Okay.
A little bit of a song.
Oh my gosh. Let me be you. Can I be you? Oh, we're going to flip it around. I'm going to be Jim Caruso. So, hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Jim Caruso.
And did you give your sheet music to Billy? Did you give it to him?
I did.
Okay, that's nice. And is it in the right or yes, Billy, we love you and we
It
miss
is taped together properly.
very good. And you worked out
They tape it like this, and it's like, well, that doesn't work.
Billy, can you read it upside down? Is that okay? Okay.
I mean, please.
All right, so Jim has talked to Billy, and they've figured out a tempo. And so go ahead. So let's show some love. And Jim, go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, God. Okay, this is going to be a really quickie version of my all-time favorite song that I get to do with Billy. And it's on all of my many, many 2 albums. Okay, it goes like this. I'm going to start it really low because, you know. I could while away the hours conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain, and my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching. If I only had a brain, I'd unravel every riddle for any individual in trouble or in pain. With the thoughts I'd be thinking, I could be another Lincoln if I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean's near the shore. I could think of things I never thought before. And then I'd sit and think some more. I would not be just a nuffin', my head all full of stuffin', my heart all full of pain. But perhaps I could love you and be even worthy of you if I only had a brain.
I love that for so many reasons. So I have to tell you, you were getting, on Facebook Live, you get all the exploding hearts and the smileys.
Oh, yes?
And a lot of people immediately chiming in all caps, Wizard of Oz, Wizard of Oz. Like, people wanted you to know that they knew what that was from. In case they were confused that you wrote that. Yes, no, Wizard of Oz, Wizard of Oz.
I wrote that song.
They were excited. Now, of course, I love that because in 8th grade, just plug to 8th grade. 8th grade Randy played Dorothy in the play.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Who was your scarecrow?
Oh my gosh, Karen. Karen was my scarecrow. But here's a good one. My Tin Man was a dear friend of mine who went on to play Jar Jar Binks, a beautiful actor, an amazing actor who has turned his entire life story into this incredible, overcoming darkness, and when your career that you think you're going to have kind of doesn't turn into the career you think you're going to have. He's an unbelievable... Yeah, who was discovered, by the way, in the musical Stomp. Yeah, that's how he was discovered. Yeah, so Yeah, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. I'm Ed Best. Wow, that was just a quick. Yes, I'm Ed Best. Yes.
It'll matter in a minute.
Well, I said it. Okay. But yeah, so just that song means a lot to me. I know the song, and it is really special to me. But we didn't discuss that ahead of time, so that's super sweet that you did that. It's also on a CD. What CD is that?
Well, it's on both. It's literally on both of my CDs.
Good. See, you know marketing. That's good.
I did it on a live CD called Tim Caruso Live and in Person.
Woo!
With Billy and Billy Stritch, and it's also on my the studio album I did a couple of years ago called Swing Street.
Yes.
No, what's it called? The
swinging set. The swinging set.
The
swing when you're with it. Swing something. Swinging set. Yeah, that's. I'm like I have it. Was it?
All my records.
So I can't remember who I've performed with, and you can't remember the name of your CD. This is not.
Swing set.
Yes. Okay. And it was on Sirius. They were playing it on Sirius for I don't know if they still do. Yeah, but that's where I caught you.
Oh.
You're fancy. Yeah, so I appreciate you doing that. So I do, okay, so we don't normally take questions for the guests, but I just got one. So no, I'm going to. Here's not one of my questions, it's a fan's question. Someone wants to know, what is your all-time favorite cast party story? And I like that question so much, I'm going to ask you it.
Who asked that?
Her name is Jennifer Horth, and she runs a beautiful nonprofit in Wisconsin. So someone in Wisconsin wants to hear about cast party. Let's go.
Oh, that's so nice. Jennifer, honey. I have so many. I mean, if you can imagine, every single week for 17 and a half years, there's been a lot of stories. We've had hula dancers. We've had, what do you call it when I can never think of the word. When you're very bendy and you can.
Contortionist.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A contortionist who sat on his own face.
No.
What?
You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay.
But I have to say, I mean, we've celebrated Liza Minnelli's birthday.
Yes.
We've had people like Natalie Cole singing, Tony Bennett singing. I mean, the stars that you just die when they show up and they sing. But I guess, sometimes the kids, the little kids that come in and sing are just thrilling. There was this one little girl that came in. Well, little girl, she was like 19. She had just moved to New York that day.
Wow.
She came to Cast Party because she'd been reading about it. Mm-hmm. She came to New York to be on Broadway and to, all of that. Like out of a movie. And she got there late and she asked to be put on the list. And by that point, the list was endless. I was never going to get to her. And so I told her, I think you're too late. So come next week. And she was like, I just moved to New York today. If I don't sing tonight, I'm gonna just sing.
Oh my
She just had to sing. It's like, okay. So I put her up and she sang something, For Good from Wicked. The Killer. I mean, it's just a great song anyway.
It's a beautiful song.
And she was so good. I mean, she was really extraordinary. And she got a standing ovation, which doesn't always happen. No. So she stood there with tears streaming down her face, her first night in New York, singing a great song. And got a standing ovation.
Yeah, it's
so
beautiful.
That's just a great memory.
It is, and it's a dream. Yeah, and it's like that. It's that moment, that New York minute. I mean, there are musicals about that exact story, about the girl that steps off, and about the girl that steps off the bus and has her moment, and is she going to go back to the small town, or is she going to make it on the on Broadway? And so that's one of the things you do. Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible. Even the run that I've had of seeing you, even when we did the first one at the King Kong room, remember that? Yeah, that was a while ago. It was from there. So the kind of people that you've had, the tap dancing, and I mean, you name it, ukulele, accordion. Oh my God, me too. So it's a phenomenal thing. And when the world gets back on track, whatever that might look like, and we're hoping that it's a safe world with not very much loss of life, if that can be avoided. Of course, Broadway will be up and running again, and we know Cast Party will be too, and you'll be there smiling and singing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so everyone who can get to New York, go to New York, support the arts, and go see Jim. And
yeah, I think we're going to do it tonight on Instagram.
Are you really?
We figured out the jankiest way to do this tonight.
Wait, jankier than this? What are you talking about? Do tell.
No. This is Gone with the Wind compared to what this sounds like. But at Caruso 1, number one.
Yes.
It's me and Billy, and I think Natalie Douglas.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Gabrielle Stravelli, a
Yes.
brilliant singer.
Yes.
And Gary Floyd, my old singer friend from Dallas, and Matt Baker.
Yes.
We're just going to do a little version.
Yes.
Just see what it feels like.
I'm going to tune in. What time is this happening? East Coast time. What time?
8.
8. Perfect.
Yeah.
Except that you have to make it go till 1. Can you do that? Because that would be real.
I will not. Thank you.
All right. Well, before I let you go, I'm going to do. Thank you so much for doing this. I love seeing you. You always make my heart happy. It's fun, right? We might have time to do it again, if you know what I mean.
Let's do it.
So let me ask you the 3 questions. I've been doing this a la James Lipton, the same questions to all the guests. So here we go. So the first one is, what do you think has been the hardest part of this time of social isolation and distancing? What do you think has been the hardest part?
I mean, where do you even start? There's the obvious loss of work, loss of, friends of mine that are not well, the fear of all of it, and is my throat okay? Do I feel achy? Is that
true?
All of that everybody's going through, and it makes you paranoid. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
The best, did you ask what the best part is?
I didn't, but you're so smart that you knew what the next question would be. So you're pretty smart. So the next question is,
and the lack of togetherness that is so huge in my life. I was an only child, so I created this cast party thing that has created kind of a family around me, as corny as it sounds.
No, not corny.
So I really miss that. The hanging and the hugging and the laughing and thank God for stuff like this and the internet and Zoom. And
technology.
We still have each other, so that's huge.
Yeah. I feel other only child, shout out, I feel exactly the same way. What about now, if there is, and obviously we know it's a dark time for so many people, but what would you say is the silver lining right now? What are you seeing is the best, maybe not the best, but the silver lining in all this?
Well, anytime something like this happens, 9/11, this natural disasters, hurricanes, you see people at their best. And I think we forget that people are actually good. Sometimes because we're seeing on the news many horrible people.
Yes.
And just like at 7:00, I don't know if it's all over the country or all over the world or whatever, but at 7:00 here, yesterday, I heard all this commotion outside, and I opened my drapes and people were leaning out their windows cheering.
Yeah.
It's so
Amazing.
sweet and so lovely.
Yes.
Thanking the first responders, the medic people, the people that work in pharmacies and drugstores and grocery stores, and just the people who are kind of risking their lives. Literally,
yes.
Literally.
Yeah.
So it's so lovely to see things like that.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, and then the last one, what have you learned? If we check in another 3 months, God forbid, it might be something totally different. But what have you learned? And it can be as deep as you want to go, or it doesn't have to be deep at all. So what have you learned?
I think I've learned that we might be able to do a cast party online.
Changes everything.
Right? Well, it kind of does for me. It's kind of my life. I learned to Zoom. I didn't Zoom. Who Zooms? So maybe all of us are getting a little more technically savvy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes. Look at us. Yes.
Look at us. I'll leave it at that because that seems like a fun, upbeat.
It is.
Happy thing to have learned.
We are all Zooming now. We are Zoomers, and we're loving it. Well, I'm so excited about this cast party thing. Jim and Billy, they tour. They do. Cast party's been on the West Coast, and I've seen them there. And it's been in Nashville, if you can believe it, and we've seen you there. I know. Now it sounds like I'm stalking you.
One of the greatest nights ever.
It was amazing, right? It sounds like I'm stalking you guys. I'm not stalking, I swear.
Please stalk us.
But please, if you're able to do a virtual one, we'll be there all the time. And who knew you could phone it in? I mean, really? No. Seriously,
Literally.
no.
For years.
Ba-dum-ching. Jim, I love you. I love seeing your face. I love knowing that you're safe.
You.
You are such a generous performer, and really, you make Mondays so fun for so many people. Can't wait till that's up and running again. So please take care, and big virtual hug. Stay safe, and we will talk to you very soon, okay? And have fun tonight with everybody.
Thank you for this.
You bet.
Thank you for this.
You bet. Love you. Everyone's waving and hearting, so okay. Bye, hun.
Bye.
See you, Jip.
Oh, that was awesome. That makes me so happy. That makes me so... Oh, look at I'm getting a finger from my director. Well,
I'm pointing to the
I know he's
speaker.
pointing.
That's different.
That sounded great. I love all these people who didn't know about Jim Caruso and didn't know about Cast Party, and they do now, and that makes me super happy. So I have to do this song for Seth because... Well, he asked for it a while ago, and I did some of it, most of it, and I feel like doing it again. And it's a little shout out to New York. And it's a happy love song. So let's do that. What if I never saw the sunrise, the beauty of the New York skyline? What if I never knew the likes of you? What if I didn't know that heaven existed? Turned around and almost missed it, staring at the life I thought I knew. But if it starts to storm, come here and keep me warm. Just hold me gently as I cry. Don't ever think about goodbye. Just kiss me down by the water, closer to the shore. The nights get hotter, won't you? Kiss me down by the river, feel my body soaking wet, my legs start to quiver, won't you? Kiss me down by the water. No need to scream, no need to bother. Just kiss me like you've never kissed me before. Just kiss me like it ain't gonna hurt no more. What if I never got a second chance? Never moved the mountain long enough to glance at life that didn't end in heartache. What if I didn't know that love could be easy? Spend all my days hanging out with crazy, holding on to something so tight just to watch it break. So if it starts to storm, come here and keep me warm. Just rock me gently as I cry. Don't ever think about goodbye. Just kiss me down by the water, closer to the shore. The nights are hotter, won't you? Kiss me down by the river, feel my body soaking wet, my legs start to quiver, won't you? Kiss me down by the water. No need to speak, really no need to bother. Just kiss me like you ain't gonna leave me. No, kiss me like you never, never, never leave me. Just kiss me like it ain't gonna hurt no more. Like it ain't gonna hurt no more. Woo! Audience of two. That's the cameraman and the audience clapping there. That's a special song just because it's a little bit about New York, and I'm having all the feels. And so when I decided to do this live Facebook thing, I was like, this will be great. I'll just every night we'll do it. And then I was like, whoa, every night, because I'm always feeling some kind of a way, as great as it is to check in with everyone this way virtually and see my friends from all over. Tomorrow night I have guests from Washington. I've got people from San Diego checking in, all over the place. It still makes you very aware that that's the only way you're going to be seeing these people for a while. And so we have heavy hearts, but we're just trying to use the arts to get out there and spread love and spread joy. Some sad news, I'm doing a shout out to my friends. So many people in Nashville, the passing of Joe Diffie, and of course John Prine being sick right now. And I got lots of messages tonight for shout outs and messages of hope to the people. I see Long Island here. It's so good to see you. Squeeby. And here's the other thing. So we're like on a delay here, so I don't see everyone that pops up and says hello, but I'll see you later tonight. And I always appreciate all the comments. And Skylar, you're clapping, you're smiling. I don't know, Skylar's ready for dinner. I'm gonna do one more thing really fast. I wasn't gonna do this at all. I've never played this song ever, though I love it. I'm just gonna do a little bit of it because when Jim was talking, I was thinking about it and I thought, let's just do it. Why not? We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Here we go. Skylar Faith, you'll know this. Isn't that crazy? You'll know it, I think. No, you'll know it. Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, well, you can reach out your hand. And someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need someone to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found.
Woo!
And you are found, you are found. I'm so glad we have this community, whatever it is, however it looks, whatever we're using to get there, to do it, however high tech, low tech. Thanks to everyone out there that's doing this, all the Facebook lives that are happening, and all of the celebrities who are checking in with us, and all the people doing classes online and online boot camps and workouts and yogas, and just letting us feel connected during this time. Big love to Jim Caruso and Billy. Check out Cast Party tonight. Go over to Jim Caruso's page and find out about it on Instagram. Thanks for being here. Love, 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 love. Remember, your vibe attracts your tribe, and I love this tribe. Stay safe. Stay inside if you can. Big love. See you tomorrow night. Yay.